This episode on Sports Chambers is brought to you by Fast Recovery Treatment Center, the top choice of top athletes. They treat all muscle and joint conditions, and they have a treatment plan for you. From general physiotherapy to post-surgery discomfort, stroke recovery, and work-related injuries, you name it, they'll treat it. Call 876-531-7710 or visit Shop 41 New Kingston Business Center. Fast Recovery, repairing body and mind. Hello and welcome back to the channel. It's Sports Chambers and this is our first drop of 2026. We're going to be talking about the start of the high school track and field season in Jamaica, the first major meet of 2026, the Pure Water R. Danny Williams Jamaica College Development Meet on the 9th and 10th of January. And what an outstanding meet it was. Certainly a number of outstanding performances right across the board over the 2 days. The first day of the meet was dedicated to field events, and then the second day you had a combination of field and track events. And yes, the performances were quite outstanding, which is unsurprising because the Ashenaim Stadium, Old Oak Road venue, is known for high quality performances. It rewards the athletes who turn up in good shape. And 2026 at the JC meet was no different. I think a lot of the athletes, most of the athletes who participated will certainly feel that they got all the work that they had put in as far as their performances are concerned. And as I said, I could go as far as saying that venue is notorious for fast times, for big throws, for big jumps, and we saw a lot of that over the 2 days of the 2026 meet. For me, the performance of the meet was 66.32 meters in the Class 1 boys discus throw by Jamaica College's Joseph Salmon, an absolutely outstanding performance. 4th best all time by a Jamaican junior, 19th best in history by a junior, and maybe most significant for me is that it's the best ever performance at the under 20 level in the month of January. I guess you could call it a January World Under 20 record. By the way, officially there is no such thing. That's just a term coined by me. But yes, that was the most outstanding performance of the meet for me. I won't get too much into that because I have another video coming out where I focus on the performances of the Jamaica College team and how well they did at the meet and what it means for them and so on. So look out for that video coming soon. The performance, the event that I want to talk about and go into detail though, is the Class 1 girls 100 meters. Shania Douglas of Jamaica, representing Holland High School, having transferred from Mushet, taking on the little known Alexi Henry of Trinidad and Tobago, representing Edwin Allen High School. And what a race that was. Fantastic race. Alexi Henry winning in 11.34 seconds, with Shania Douglas finishing second in 11.50. For me, it was only a slight upset. I know for a lot of people that result will come as a shocking one, but for me, it was only a slight upset. Before I get into deeper analysis though, one of the great things to see was how Shania Douglas handled that defeat. She was quite gracious in the immediate aftermath of the race. Great embrace with Alexi Henry, congratulating her, and for me that was good to see. Great sportsmanship, and that is always fantastic. We always want to win, and nobody will win every single day, but it's important that it's handled well when someone is better than you on that particular day. It doesn't mean that they'll be better than you all the time. It doesn't mean that when the chapter is finished or when the book is finished and the analysis is done, they will be considered greater. But the fact is, on that day when they get the better of you, I feel it's always good when it's handled with some grace. And it was great to see that Shania handled it that way in the immediate aftermath of the race. But yes, it was a fantastic race. I want to zone in on Alexi Henry though, because as I said, she is little known and the result will come as a big shock to a lot of people. For me, it was just a slight upset. And I'll tell you why I say that. I have been tracking Alexi Henry closely because, of course, I've covered her at the Carifta Games, which she has participated in for a few years now. But I've really taken a close look at her since the 2025 season, since she came to Edwin Allen, really. The reason she didn't compete at Champs 2025, by the way, as I understand it, is because she was part of the Edwin Allen quota system. And if you don't know, the way Champs works these days is that if you have transferred from one school to another, only 2 transferred athletes per class are eligible to represent any one school, regardless of whether you have transferred from a school in Jamaica or a school from outside of Jamaica. And so I suspect that the decision was taken at Edwin Allen that of all the quota athletes, of all the transferred athletes that they had, she is the one that they could have done without at the 2025 Champs. So she didn't compete there. But not long after Champs, she anchored Edwin Allen at the Grand Slam track 4x100 meters, where she led them to victory. And then she progressed beautifully throughout the rest of the year, which culminated with a personal best 11.27 at the Jamaican Championships in 2025, and then was part of the Trinidad and Tobago team that won silver behind Jamaica at the Pan Am Under-23 Games. And so from that point, I knew that this girl was going to be very dangerous in 2026. Obviously, she is a fine talent, and now she has been paired with Michael Dyke, who has produced magnificently in the sprints on the girls' side over the last 15 years or so. You think all the way back to the likes of Monique Spencer, Christania Williams, Gayon Evans before them. And then after that, Kevona Davis, the Clayton Quinns, Kashika Cameron, just some of the outstanding female sprinters he produced, or he has produced, over the last 15 years. And so you have a good talent like Alexi Henry joining that program, and we're starting to see the results of a talented athlete joining a high quality coach, and she is producing these types of results. So having watched her over the last year, having seen how she ended the 2025 season, I was very excited to see how she would start 2026. And so the Class 1 Girls 100 meters was one of the races that I went to Jamaica College to see, and I got a front row seat to see what would happen. In fact, part of the reason is because I always planned on doing this episode, but the episode was going to be that Alexi Henry will be extremely dangerous in 2026, and she will challenge Shania Douglas in a serious way. Imagine now how I felt when I saw that they were going to be in the same heat on Saturday. I was like, oh my gosh, the clash is gonna start right here. We're gonna get episode 1 right here at Jamaica College. I wonder if the organizers knew what they were doing and wanted to set up that clash. But it's really good in my estimation, and it's really good for the season. But what it says, in my estimation, is that Alexi Henry is the real deal. 11.27 personal best, and she starts the season with 11.34 seconds. She beats Shania Douglas, who is Champs Class 2 Sprint Double Champion from last year, who is Carifta Under 20 Sprint Double Champion from last year, who is the reigning World Under 20 200 bronze medalist. By the way, she won 4 medals, Shania Douglas, 4 gold medals at the Carifta Games last year, because she also was part of Jamaica's 4x100 and 4x400 under 20 winning team. So she has so much pedigree, she has so much class, and she has shown what she's able to do across 100, 200, and 400 meters. So for Alexi Henry to turn up and beat her at any point of the season says that she as well has a lot of quality. And what it means is that we have a potential clash for Champs 2026 that is worth going miles and miles to see. This is the type of clash that makes Wednesday evening, the second evening of Champs 2026, a must-see, a must-go. It's going to be the penultimate race of the meet. And if it materializes, yes, everybody will want to see that one. And I think the amazing thing about it and the additional touch that it adds to it is that Alexi Henry is from Trinidad and Tobago. So there's going to be that Jamaica versus TNT rivalry, as much as it is a high school rivalry as well. So yes, really looking forward to that, and really looking forward to see how both athletes will progress throughout the course of the season. As for Shania Douglas, listen, losing this race does not mean that she doesn't go forward as the favorite because of her pedigree, because of her history. You expect that as she goes through the season, she will go faster and faster. Shania does have a better personal best, not by much, 11:24 for the 100 meters, and you expect that she is going to go faster in 2026. And it's another reason that this clash, or that I am so excited about this potential clash. And Shania Douglas has range, so she doesn't have to do the 100, 200 meters at Champs. Her coach, Garth Smythe, could make the decision for her to go 200, 400. I hope that is not the case. This is one of those times that I hope that is not the case, and that she does take on the 100, 200 double, because I really want to see this matchup. I want to see it at Champs. I want to see it at Carifta. I'm not going to get into any specifics as to who I think will win this clash if it likely materializes, because I think there is a lot still to see from both athletes as the season progresses. But yes, they really have given us a teaser, and no, I just want to see so much more. It's going to be great. In my estimation, Alexi Henry is the real deal. Shania Douglas is the real deal. And we have two massive athletes, two outstanding talents, who hopefully will give us an outstanding clash come Champs 2026. Can't wait to see it. Can't wait to see how the rest of the campaign will unfold with these two. I hope it's going to be one of those classic Champs 100 battles that will take us back to the days not so long ago that we had the Clayton twins, that we had Brianna Liston going head to head. And yes, this one has the makings of something similar. So can't wait to see it in 2026. Yeah, once again, thanks so much for making it Sports Chambers. We're back on the air for 2026, and we're back in a really big way to take you specifically through the high school track and field season in Jamaica. So much happening, and we'll be putting it all into context for you. And this is just the first episode in that series that will take you right up to the Issa Grace Kennedy Boys and Girls Athletics Championships for 2026. Remember, as usual, that this episode is brought to you by Fast Recovery. If you're feeling any sort of pain or anything, go and check out Fast Recovery. They can get you right. Or if, as an athlete, you just want your body tuned for high-level performances, it's a great place to be. Thanks very much for making it Sports Chambers. Keep watching.